keeper says to slip, stop appealing. That was interesting. The keeper said no. He put his glove out and he said, number 99, quieten down. There's no edge. Litton Das.
Break up 9, break up 9. Break up 9, break up 9.
Good 9, good 9.
Hello, Vish. Do you like the approach of the batsmen so far, whoever have batted in this innings for the West Indies? They've just gone in a bit of an attacking mode. I'm not too sure that's the right approach, especially on these surfaces.
So often Blackwood will resort to his attacking instinct. 1-6-4 for 5.
যে কোনো সময় যে কোনো জায়গায় ব্যাংক থেকে বিকাশে অ্যাড মানি করুন কোনো খরচ ছাড়াই।
দেশের সবচেয়ে বেশি সংখ্যক ব্যাংক থেকে নিমেষে টাকা আনুন বিকাশে।
ক্ষুধার আগুন নেভাতে মজাদার স্বাদে অল টাইম ফ্যামিলি কেক। ক্ষুধাকে গুড বাই।
আজকালকার মেয়েতে চাল চলন দেখছেন নাকি?
পথঘাট মাঠ কিংবা লোকাল বাস হুট করে দাও কমেন্ট পাস পাস অনেক করেছো আর না আমি তো স্বাধীন আমি
এত টাকা মেয়েকে বাইরে দিতে দাও
দেয় শ্বাস নিতে দেয়। ইন্টারনেটের শক্তিতে পরিবর্তন আনা চাইলেই সম্ভব। গ্রামীণ ফোন।
And Heady did dismiss Joshua Da Silva in the one-day international up in Dhaka, played inside the line of one that went straight on. There was some intrigue from our guys. The wicket of Mears given out LBW. Four runs. Yeah, so what our guys are saying is that there was bat on it, there was a scratch on it before it actually hit the pad. And I remember going to that conversation yesterday that batsmen don't always know when they hit the ball. And earlier, before that, it was pad first and the review wasn't taken by Bangladesh, and Myers didn't take the review when he had the option to do it on his dismissal. So he obviously wasn't aware that he actually hit the ball. So the next commentator that says batsmen always know when they hit it, we'll leave it there.
Good ball, Miraj.
Now it's tight. But he had the option, Mears, to discuss it with his partner down the other end. And he obviously wasn't certain. Because that hit pad as well. 168 for 5.
Yeah, I'm also more interested in seeing after he was given out. He did not make an attempt to talk to the non-striker, even though the non-striker kept on coming towards him. He just started to just walk off. We'll have just one last look here. Once given, you've got to have a bit of a discussion with the non-striker. Have a look at what the batsman does once he's given out. Given out, have a looking, not talking, he's just walking off. Maybe he just came in a bit, but he was never sure that, you looked back, still not 100%, or now just leave it.
I think I think he was looking to Blackwood, and probably with the facial expression, seeking confirmation from Blackwood, should I review? And it looked as though Blackwood might have said, "Nah, mate, you're on your way, go." Because he looked reluctant to walk straight off. He looked at Blackwood on 2 occasions. So that's why I said, in the modern game, the non-striker has a greater responsibility than just standing there, as was the case post or pre-technology.
I asked about the approach of the batsman today, and 17 boundaries already hit, more than this number of singles that they have taken in this innings so far today.
First of all, singles and West Indies batsmen don't go hand in hand. Historically, we've had a problem turning the strike over as West Indians. That has been a battle with coaches to try to incorporate that into the game of West Indian batsmen in this era, right? So I don't mind guys hitting boundaries if they are playing the percentages and the ball is there to be hit to the boundary, to be put away, I should say. What you don't want to see is an injudicious shot, because not every batsman, as we saw with Rishabh Pant and Cheteshwar Pujara, play the same way for India. And remember, no batsman dismissed today has been dismissed playing an attacking shot. They've all been dismissed trying to keep the ball out defensively. So there is merit in putting the bad ball away and trying to apply a little bit of pressure, but not overdoing it and taking risks. One 7-1 for 5.
একটা তোমার আর একটা ভাইয়া স্কুল থেকে ফিরলে দিবে। আমারটাও
আমাদের সাথে আপনার সম্পর্কটা হোক এমন ভরসার সিটি ব্যাংক, 3 প্রজন্ম ধরে আপনার ভরসার ব্যাংক।
আমারটাও
আমাদের সাথে আপনার সম্পর্কটা হোক এমন ভরসার সিটি ব্যাংক, 3 প্রজন্ম ধরে আপনার ভরসার ব্যাংক।
Sabmida.
7 wickets yesterday, 3 so far today. Games in the subcontinent tend to speed up as you get to the back end. Chatting to our old colleague Alan Wilkins last night. He messaged me when he heard that Mehidy Hassan got his Test match 100. And excellent broadcaster Alan, former left-arm seamer. He was so pleased for Mehidy because we covered the under-19 tournament together here in 2016. Lisa Sthalekar, Russell Arnold. And Alan's words were, at the time, there's something refreshing and honest about Mehdi Hassan. His smile lights up the world, and so there was an affinity since then with a young man seeing him growing into a man. And so for us, Atta, who have seen this gentleman as a teenager bowl well early in his test career, now he was previously a batting all-rounder, or classified anyway. Not saying that he's going to go on to do great things with the bat, but it's like, again, it's like watching one of your neighbor's kids grow up and excel. You celebrate with them. Not against the West Indies, but you celebrate with them.
Yeah, he always showed that he could bat. Remember that under 19 World Cup that you're talking about. We saw him scoring runs there and picking up wickets. He was player of the series, player of the tournament. But the moment he started playing a test match cricket, he was more of a bowling all-rounder. He started to pick up wickets, 18 wickets, 19 wickets on his debut series. We'll come back to that. 172 for 5.
তোমরা গ্রুপ ডিসকাশন করো, আমি আসছি।
আর কত?
বাঁচাতে পারবি কেউ?
রুচি বারবিকিউ।
অনলাইন কি অফলাইন সবই এখন জমবে ফাইন। অতুলনীয় স্বাদে রুচি বারবিকিউ চানাচুর।
থ্যাংক ইউ ফর রুচি বারবিকিউ।
And perhaps Mehdi could have bowled earlier to Kyle Mayers, because he picked up Mayers twice in the ODIs. And perhaps Mehdi could have bowled earlier to Kyle Mayers, because he picked up Mayers twice in the ODIs. Anyway, Taijul replaces Naeem.
Now that's the approach that we've been discussing. He's gone through the shot. Like a bit of a turn, so he has to be very watchful, and that's the reason why I feel that they need to play with a little bit of circumspect. Yes, started to turn. Remember, teams batting on third day on the surfaces, especially at this ground in Chattogram, have lost 9 wickets in an average in the last 5 test matches here. And when they took on each other at this ground, the most has been 15 wickets on the third day. So you got to be watchful and careful. Yes, you don't mind seeing them taking on the bowlers if the ball is there to hit. If it's not there, then you've got to be spot on.
That's Keaton, totally agree. Blackwood has to be wary of Momino at short cover. For that drive that may peel off the outer half or hole up in the surface. This is my thing. I like to see this because when you are playing against a team that is ranked below you, you're at home, the pitch is offering so much. If you cannot be an attacking captain, with a score of 430 on the board. What will happen when you're playing against the top 3 ranked or top 4 ranked teams away from home? If you cannot attack in these conditions, you will not be attacking and be innovative against the teams ranked above you away from home. So there needs to be more of this. More friends around Blackwood and company.
You've hit the bullseye. And I completely agree with you, Vish.
Create pressure. Risk a few boundaries. No one will be harmed. 172 for 5.
সেইগুলি শর্ট সলিউশন থেকে এখনো বাংলাদেশে অপ্রতিদ্বন্দ্বী একমাত্র কসকো গ্লিসারিন সাবান। কসকো গ্লিসারিন সাবান 100% ময়েশ্চারাইজার হার্বাল সাবান। গ্লিসারিন সাবান মানে কসকো।
এলো দারুণ মশলাগুলোর এক্সাইটিং মিশ্রণে তৈরি ম্যাগি মশলা ব্লাস্ট।
লাইফে ব্লাস্ট 2 মিনিট জাস্ট।
ম্যাগি খুশির রেসিপি
from Nestle.
I'm talking about Mehdi Hassan to the matchups, even in Test cricket, the matchups. In the one-day games, he was good against Carl Mears up in Dhaka. I'm talking about Mehdi Hassan to the matchups, even in Test cricket, the matchups. In the one-day games, he was good against Carl Mears up in Dhaka. Again. So those things have to always be in the back of the mind of the captain, fed by the analyst and the coaching staff, that immediately, we've seen a few matchups in this series already, immediately going forward, that has to be a matchup. Plays back deep to a full-length inside edge.
Not sure how to handle the spin of Mehdi Hassan or the rest.
So what you can do if you're Mehdi Hassan is to get a man in at leg gully. If he wants to play back and turn it around the corner, stop him from trying to do that. Make him find another shot. Or you can say, let me put a silly mid off him to make sure that he stays back to a full length. Create some pressure in his vision. He's only on 5.
Yeah, I'm with you for that fielder to come in at silly mid off. Surely because he's not sure about his footwork. Whether to play off the front foot or stay in the crease. He's in doubt. So get him and put him under more pressure. If you can, to get another fielder, a close-in fielder in the catching position. I think it's also important because it's early days as a captain for Momin ul Haq. But there are a few former captains here. Tamim Iqbal is the one-day captain on the field. Mushfiqur Rahim, former captain on the field. So he would need help from these senior cricketers.
$172 for 5.
ক্রিম নিয়ে কোনো কনফিউশন হ্যাট্রিক বিস্কুটে হবে না। হ্যাট্রিক বিস্কুটে আপনি পাচ্ছেন অরেঞ্জ এবং মিল্ক ফ্লেভারের দুটো ক্রিমি হ্যাট্রিক বিস্কুট। নো কনফিউশন।
বেশি ইন্টারনেটে এখন হবে বেশি বেশি অনলাইন ক্লাস। 129 টাকায় 11 জিবি আর 114 টাকায় 7 জিবি ইন্টারনেট। বাংলা লিংক।
ট্রাভেলে ক্ষুধার মজাদার আর হেলদি সমাধান মিস্টার নুডলসের কাপ নুডলস। স্বাদ নাও ভালোবাসার।
Another 59 to avoid the follow-on, whether Bangladesh, if it comes their way to make a choice, whether they do, it's another issue.
बैठने बैठेंगे
They're fairly deepish.
Follow DJ.
They're fairly deepish.
Follow DJ.
It's a nice shot. Very pleasant. Blackwood got close to it and so was able to play just down the on side of the pitch.
Nothing wrong if you attempt to play that shot on that particular kind of delivery. It was fuller and it was an opportunity to score runs. It's a beautiful shot to play. He needs to be careful if he just pulls the length back.
Five easy runs for Blackwood.
Yeah, a bit of a risk involved. The moment he played that shot, he was not in control first and foremost. He was trying to play on the onside and it goes on towards mid-off. And it went straight to Tamim Iqbal because he was fielding pretty close. He's missed the stump and there's no backing up, so that's 4 extra runs, 5 in total. And I feel that these are short lapses of concentration. It's going to hurt West Indies. You've got to be spot on in terms of how you manage to play this. Well defended on that occasion. 181 for 5.
কোয়ালিটি আর টেস্টে ভরসা একটাই বিস ক্লাব ড্রাই কেক ক্ষুধার আগুন নেভাতে মজাদার স্বাদে অল টাইম ফ্যামিলি কেক ক্ষুধাকে গুড বাই আনারসের দারুণ স্বাদে বিস ক্লাব দিচ্ছে ফ্রুট ফান ক্রিম বিস্কুট ভালো খান ভালো থাকুন
যে কোনো সময় যে কোনো জায়গায় ব্যাংক থেকে বিকাশে অ্যাড মানি করুন কোনো খরচ ছাড়াই
দেশের সবচেয়ে বেশি সংখ্যক ব্যাংক থেকে নিমেষে টাকা আনুন বিকাশে
এমন সুইট মানুষদের জন্য ট্রিট হোক প্রতিদিন পিওর মিল্ক আর রিয়েল চকলেটের সুইটনেস মুখে থাকুক সারাক্ষণ ট্রিট ইউ ডিজার্ভ
So I just want to illuminate what I've been saying tactically about close infielders. I'm not one that says put everybody in there, folks, watching by television wherever this is being heard or on your mobile phones. It may be enough tactically against this West Indies team to overcome them. It may. What I'm talking about is looking forward, Mehedi. You want to get yourself as a leader, and Mominul is new. He learned Russell Domingo and Otis Gibson. We'll be talking to him continuously. Is that let's produce good habits. Leader and Mominul is new. He learned Russell Domingo and Otis Gibson. We'll be talking to him continuously. Is that let's produce good habits. Choose our moments when to attack, because if we are to go higher in the rankings, we've got to beat the better teams away over the next few years. These are things that we must slowly incorporate into our leadership group and into our cricket in general.
And I'm sure they've gone through this process of having the discussion in the dressing room and in the team meetings over and over again. That's the kind of change we would like to see from the skipper, especially in the longest format. I always feel that as a leader, you've got to think out of the box. What can you do a little bit differently and create a little bit more pressure? As a new batsman in the crease, you've got to bring in more fielders in the catching positions. Surely. But if you look at someone like Blackwood, who's got the experience, the most experienced batsman here, who's already looking good and looking set on 33, I'm fine with it. But I still feel that there can be an added fielder on the offside when the spin is on. And it's still a big learning phase for Mominul. Oh, have a look at that. Now, where did that bounce come from? I cannot believe it. He cannot believe it. End of the over. 181 for 5.
কিছু সম্পর্কে মিষ্টি ম্যাজিক বলিয়ে দেয় দূরত্বের লেয়ার, ঠিক যেমন দুধ আর চকলেটে একাকার হয়ে ওঠা প্রাণ লেয়ার। সম্পর্কের মিষ্টি ম্যাজিক।
এলো দারুণ মশলাগুলোর এক্সাইটিং মিশ্রণে তৈরি ম্যাগি মশলা ব্লাস্ট।
লাইফে ব্লাস্ট 2 মিনিট জাস্ট।
ম্যাগি খুশি রেসিপি
from Nestle.
RFLC PVC Pro Pipe and Fittings যা পরিবহন করতে পারে সর্বোচ্চ 93 সেন্টিগ্রেড তাপমাত্রার যে কোনো উত্তপ্ত লিকুইড। RFLC PVC Pro Pipe and Fittings, the hot option.
Come on, Taijul Islam. Good, Tajul.
A lot of people would have seen Craig Brathwaite batting with sunglasses yesterday. It was because of the glare.
That was the last ball of the last over from maybe an extra bounce. And our delivery will do that as the day progresses deeper. And certainly raise hopes for Bangladesh to pick up maybe another wicket before the lunch break.
They've gone for the review.
Copy that, Shaikat. Third umpire to director. We have a player review for LBW on field.
They've gone for the review.
Copy that, Shaikat. Third umpire to director. We have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is not out. It's a fair delivery. Can I have front-on spin vision, please? Well, I appears to have missed the bat and pad also. Can I go for the alter edge, please? Copy that. Keep rolling through. Keep rolling. There's a gap between bat and ball. Flat line as the ball passes the bat. Keep it going all the way until it gets past the stumps, please. Yeah, I'm satisfied. The batsman did not hit it. Ball neither touched his pad. So I'm going back to the on-field umpire, please. Shaikat, I recommend you to Stay with your original decision of not out. Your on-screen signal now.
Instead, by some distance, the bat did brush the pad, as was confirmed. Likes to stay back, Joshua Da Silva, young man from Trinidad. Half century in his last knock in Test cricket in New Zealand. In Test match debut. Been in the West Indies touring squad since England, where he actually kept wicket because Shane Dorridge was struck in the face, and it was the same Shane Dorridge who fell ill or injured in New Zealand after the first test. And that's an easy one for Da Silva to put away, all the way for 6. First of the innings. I wonder if it's the first of his career as well. 187 for 5.
কম পিক আপ কম কি জানি কম মাইলেজ কম এই নেন সব বেশি দামটাও খুব বেশি এমন কি আছে যেটা দাম ছাড়া সব বেশি বাংলালিংক মিনিট বেশি মেয়া বেশি দাম ছাড়া সব বেশি
বাংলালিংকে 250 মিনিট 157 টাকায় 50 মিনিট 34 টাকায় বাংলালিংক।
হ্যাট্রিক বিস্কুটে আপনি পাচ্ছেন অরেঞ্জ এবং মিল্ক ফ্লেভারের দুটো ক্রিমি হ্যাট্রিক বিস্কুট।
The last over before lunch.
Yeah, long hop, and he's just smashed it for down the mid-wicket area for the first 6 of the innings. In that particular over, Bish, when they went for the review, the ball, that particular ball which went past the bat, it kept also quite low. So the pitch started to just playing a few tricks. That particular ball which went past the bat, it kept also quite low. So the pitch started to just playing a few tricks here. And they must remember, the bowlers, come back after the lunch and break, but it was a good session for Bangladesh, picking up a wicket of the very first delivery this morning and picking up 3 in the session. Look at the run rate.
Sometimes with attacking fields, you see areas to score boundaries. Those are the risks you take to get wickets. Brathwaite played well for 76 until his misjudgment. 40 to Mears on Test debut. He'll take a lot of heart for having played so much spin. But unfortunately for him, he also had a misjudgment where he could have reviewed Blackwood on 34 and Da Silva on 12.
The bowlers, no Shakib today, remember. I've been told that he's gone for a scan to just a precautionary checkup. Mehdi Hasan bowled beautifully, picked up a wicket. It was Taijul who picked up the wicket of the very first ball. Naeem also chipping it with another wicket.
Slightly different. There's got to be more circumspect.
A lot of action immediately at the start of play this morning. And Krumabana went first ball. Taijul has an outstanding record at home, and he'll be happy to have taken that. But Kyle Mayers played the seam bowling of Mustafizur very well.
Yeah, they were not afraid once the ball was pitched up or short, because they dealt with boundaries early in the innings. Too many loose deliveries. I wouldn't mind seeing the batsman taking on taking on the bowler in that particular fashion. Use of the feet down the ground. The number of deliveries before this happened. Error in judgment. I'm still thinking, why would a batsman of his quality would leave a ball from Naeem Hasan, an off spinner. A few shots, few good-looking shots of the back foot. Blackwood also playing some lovely shots. Have a look at that. Crisp timing, and then the wicket from Mehdi Hassan. The review suggested that it was backed first, were not taken.
So the West Indies still trailing by 241 runs, 189 for 5, and the pitch starting to turn and assist the spinners. We'll take some lunch here as well, and we'll be back in about 30 minutes time.
He was waiting for that.
অনেক নতুনের শুরু তাদের হাত ধরে বিনির মানের ইতিহাস লিখেছেন তারাই। তাদের কল্যাণে নতুন বাংলাদেশ চিনেছে বিশ্ব।
Bangladesh are completely on top of Pakistan.
বিভেদ ভুলে